Good morning and welcome back to the second video of modals. So far we have discussed the use of must and have to, where must is an obligation from the speaker and have to is an obligation from outside. That's the only difference you have to keep in mind while answering the question. If the speaker is forcing the obligation, it should be must, and if the obligation is from some other competent higher authority, it is have to. And court orders have to be followed. It's not my obligation, it's some other authority. Now, have to and had to have alternate negative and interrogative forms. We are in the chart, you will see present and past tense. The negative form haven't to or don't have to. Generally, we don't have to, we use hadn't to or didn't have. So, this is a common, excuse me, you must have seen this. And interrogative is the have, the modal moves in front of the subject, thus it becomes interrogative. Do I have to? And adding do is again makes it interrogative. Similarly, in past tense, hadn't to or didn't have to, or did I have to, right? So these are the two forms that we figure out from this chart. Let's see a few examples. Have you to obey his orders, or do you have to obey his orders? Have you to obey his orders is also correct, or do you have to obey his orders also correct? But the second part it stands used more often. Had you to work on Sundays? Or did you have to work on Sundays? So you can see the examples how varyingly it is being used. And let's move on to the next part. Have to and had to, the different uses of it. Have to expresses obligation and necessity in the present, and had to does it so in the past. She has to look after her mother. It's an obligation in the present. This is not an obligation by the speaker, it is obligation from outside. Again, you see, it's a compulsion, it's a duty. He had to finish his work before 5 p.m. So he had a pressure from outside. He had an obligation emerging from outside. And the second one, have to and had to are used for giving advice. First, you have to mix the water and the sugar. So in case of advice, again use, just say for you giving instructions. So you have to mix water with sugar. She had to take those pills to get better. Right? She had to take those pills. So this part is also pretty self-explanatory and rather easy. Seems easy, but when it's come, both the options are present over there, must and have to. At times, students get confused. Have to and had to are used to draw a logical conclusion. There has to be some reason for his mischief. There has to be a part of this, has to be a part of a whole plan. Have to is used for supposition or to describe something based on possible ideas or situations. Like, you will have to work very hard to stand first. So it's a possible idea. If you want to stand first, you have to work hard. If she has to choose, she won't marry him, right? It's a probability of her marrying him. But chances, if this is the groom that has been selected for her and she gets the choice, she wouldn't marry him. So it's a assumption. It is not really, it's a possible idea. It's not really happening, right? So it shows that she didn't have an option. So she is marrying. But the fact is, it's the assumption that if she had a choice, probably she wouldn't have married. Now, have to is used to indicate that something is very important or necessary. When have to, it is a sort of forcing something on somebody. We have to be more careful in near future. It is very important and necessary. You will have to clear all their debts before December. Otherwise, legal action may be taken. If I go any further. So you see, this is very important and necessary. This have to add an extra burden on you. So basically, logical idea is what seems to be a compulsion from the speaker, a general compulsion that is supposed to be followed morally. We use must, and otherwise it's have to or had to. Now let's move on to should. See, must, have to, should. Children should look after their mother. Children must look after their mother. Children have to look after their mother. All the sentences sound right. Modals, that's why all the words are very simple, but the modal verbs, modal auxiliaries are very confusing at times. What to write? All the three sentences sound right. There is nothing wrong in the formation or composition. By the definition of sentence, it fits fully, it stands fully correct. So, how to figure out which is the correct word? If all the three options are there, then which to choose? This is the biggest challenge. Should is the past tense of shall. In the indirect form of speech, shall changes into should. You must have noted in the previous video that I sent. I said I shall go to school tomorrow. I said that I should go to school the next day. This is direct to indirect speech, the example that you see. Shall is very rarely used, very formal, and no longer used in the modern English. Will is used. But still, since it is used, it is there present in the grammar book, we have to have some idea of it. And we use should a lot of times, which is past tense of shall. So we should know a little more about shall. Should is used to express obligation, duty, etc. Must is an obligation, duty. Have to is an obligation, duty. And should is also an obligation, duty, right? You should look after your parents. You should pay all your taxes. So you must look after your old parents. You should look after your old parents. Both the answers are right. Right? You see the logic over there. Should is used to give advice or suggestion. The other two are also the same. You should consult a doctor. She should do yoga. He should learn English. You see, these are advice. And should is used to express purpose. Mohan walked past so that he should catch the train. Satish worked hard so that he could stand first in the class. Right? So, not very confusing this one. Should is used to state imaginary results. He should get angry if he had come to know about it. Should is used to express polite request. I should be thankful if you give me some money. Right? Now let's move on to the word need. As a modal verb, need is usually followed by an infinitive without to. The modal verb need is mainly used in questions and negatives which are formed without do. I need to go now. You need not go. The negative need not is often shortened to needn't in the conversation and informal writing. Need does not changes its form. So the third person singular of the present tense does not end in s. He need not go there. So he is a singular third person. So you have the verb. So as per subject verb agreement, the verb should have been needs the s form, but need doesn't have an s form. So he need not go. He needs to go. He need not go. Now let's move to the other part. The modal verb need has no past tense, but it can be used in the pattern followed by a past participle. Need not have, need not have. You need not have waited for me. The negative and interrogative form of the past tense are did not need and didn't I need, right? So that will be all. Thanks for watching. I will be coming up soon with the last and final video about models, and we'll take up some exercises. I think a day of solving model exercises would be good enough to boost everybody's confidence. So till I send my next video, you stay home, stay indoors, stay safe, study hard, and be well. Goodbye.